Cool, thank you. Yeah, hey, Ufi. So just wanted to ask about Lucas Moragas. Is he ineligible to play against Newcastle this week?
Yeah, he won't be able to play. Initially, when we did the deal, they agreed to let Lucas play, and then last minute they changed their mind. So, fortunately for him, he didn't travel with the group, so he'll get some minutes in his legs with the reserve team, and not be able to play this game.
Yeah. So when you said they sort of changed their mind last minute, contractually, like how does that sort of work?
I think those are the questions you need to ask Gilly contractually, how it really works, the administration side of things. But I think there was a clause in there. Most teams don't let their players play against the parent club, obviously. But I think we were trying to organise where, look, there's only 26 rounds in the A-League, and there's no point of sending a player on loan if he's not going to get game time. So unfortunately for Lucas, it didn't work out this time. So I think he'll be available for the game in Wellington, but for not for this game.
Yeah, is he gutted? I mean, would have he liked to have had a shot against his parent club?
I think he'd be disappointed. Every player wants to play. Sats was injured, so he started the season. I'm sure he would have liked to have continued playing, and now look, Sats will come in, and if Sats does well, Lucas knows that he has to fight to get his spot back again.
Yeah, and aside from that change, are there any others that are likely to happen? Is there anyone injured or anything like that, or any sort of tactical sort of changes?
No, pretty much the same squad that we travelled with. Brought a couple of, obviously we had to bring Riley and Noah across. We come with 19 players just because we're going to spend an extra day in Newcastle before the game. We've got another session this morning. So we need to get through that. So look, there'll be not too many changes there.
Yeah, and just one final one before I pass on to the other guys. Obviously they've got 3 Phoenix players from last season in their team, and we saw what Josh could do last season, and then he kind of did it again in their win just last weekend. How alert to sort of his threats on the counter do you have to be, knowing he's kind of one of the fastest players in the league?
Yeah, look, Joshy did some fantastic things for us whilst his time at Wellington Phoenix, Jimmy, and also Reno as well. For me, they're 3 good individuals and quality players at the same time. So look, Joshy didn't start the last game. Joshy came on after Elsie got sent off when Arthur made some changes within the game, and we know Joshy's threats on the counter. He's a very quick player. Look, will he start against us? I don't know at the end of the day, but for us again, Philip, it's always what we do. Most importantly, how can we stop them when they have the ball, and how can we exploit them when we have it?
Cool, thanks.
Hey, Ufi, just a general one from me. Obviously, a couple of games in, couple of draws. Are you satisfied overall with what you've seen from your team at this point in the season?
Yes and no. I know the group can do a lot better. Look, the first game, I can't say much to the boys. We played 70 minutes with 10 men. We scored and we conceded a very soft goal, which we gave away 2 points against Adelaide. I think against Central Coast, we were good in moments. I think we gave the game up in 4 minutes against Central Coast. I thought we were quite comfortable once Wayno scored. And then two errors, I will say, from us let them back into the game. And I think the boys showed good character to get themselves a point out of that game as well, scoring a late equaliser. So look, we're heading in the right direction. We just need some more consistency with the new boys as well, and more playing time together. I think that'll help the group.
And what have you made of Newcastle so far? Where are their threats?
Yeah, Newcastle are a very energetic side. They throw a lot of numbers forward. They try to invert their fullbacks to create an overload centrally. They've got a very good striker up front. They've got some quick players on the sides with Trent, and if Joshy plays, a technical player like Reno that plays on the left that comes inside. So look, they're a very energetic side. They've only played 1 game. Obviously, their first game got cancelled. And you look, they won their last game in the back end with 10 men against Perth. So look, coming to Newcastle is never easy. We've had some poor results last season. I think there's a lot of learning moments from last season. But look, I think the players are in a good space, and I think it'll be a cracking game.
Have you had any contact with New Zealand football in regards to the All Blacks job?
No.
No. Are you interested? Are you still interested in it?
Well, I don't think my interest is going to change overnight. So, look, I think that's become a little bit of a distraction now. I think that's something that I think David can handle at the moment. If there's any interest, because the way we look at it, if it's going to work, I think it's going to work alongside with Wellington Phoenix with the alignment there. So I think the discussion needs to happen with Wellington Phoenix and also New Zealand football, how they can make it work. And then I think I'll come into the picture after that.
Thank you.
Barry Guy, RNZ in Wellington. You've done pretty well in the first couple of games at home. You mentioned this earlier, but is there any, were you upset at just getting 2 draws? Is there any little thing that you think might be able to just get you over the top?
Yeah, look, for us now we're back home. I believe it's very important for us to maximise that opportunity when we're back in Wellington and playing games. And I think we need to, pick up as many points at home. For me, coaches are never happy. Barry, I'll tell you that much. We can always do more. We can always be better. For me, I think the Adelaide game, like I said, playing 70 minutes with 10 men, I think the boys were the effort, the energy that they put out there and it to actually go up and probably deflating to concede the way that we did. And for me, from my side of things, I'm probably disappointed in the Central Coast game in the way that we allowed them to come back into the game. So there's always room to improve. Like I said, for me, it's more, getting these players minutes in the legs and getting the consistency and getting the partnerships going.
You've done so well in the last couple of years in Australia. Perhaps the boys are a little bit confused about being at home or something. Something like that, but being away for this game.
Yeah, look, the team has been away for such a long time. I think the group is a resilient group. The things that the group has been through, I think, is quite resilient. We've got a core group of those players from those last 2 seasons that are still here at the club this season. So, look, home and away, we'll still play our certain game that we want to play. We'll have our game plan going up against Newcastle. Like I said, I think they're a very good side, a very energetic side, a very high pressing team, and we need to find solutions on how we need to break them down and also stop them in the way that they play. So look, it's going to be a tough challenge. Like I said, we've had some poor probably results last season here in Newcastle against them, but this is an opportunity to it's a new season. It's an opportunity to rectify that and maximise the opportunity we have here.
Thanks, all the best.
Thank you.
Ufuk, what did you, were you satisfied with the outcome of the Jan Saas appeal, getting it down to 2 games?
Well, we are happy that we've got it down to 2. I think 3 was quite harsh, considering a red card in last week's round was probably hit by 2, which I thought was quite more dangerous than Jan's. But look, I don't make those decisions at the end of the day. So, from 3, we got it down to 2, which means that he'll be available for the next game. Yeah,
and I guess when he's suspended, he can't go play for the reserves as well, can he?
No, that's the tough part of him not being able to get game minutes into his legs. But look, we're working him hard. It's still not like playing a game of 90 minutes, but we're working him hard. So he'll be available for the next round.
Yeah, and just with Lucas, I guess the way this sort of came about was, the Jets signed James McGarry, and so he needed to kind of go elsewhere to look for minutes. What did you sort of identify with him as, being someone you wanted to bring into the team?
Well, Phil, we always look at players that thereabouts. If you noticed in my first season, we signed players that are thereabouts that we believe have talent to be successful. I think Lucas is young. I think he has a talent. I think he's a hungry player that wants to be successful and has ambition. So we can't always find $1 million players, but we need to find players that have that potential and have that hunger and desire to be successful. And we believe Lucas has that. And I think Lucas will also push Suts to become better as well. And we need that competition in that position.
Yeah, because how much is Sam sort of rearing to go? Obviously he didn't get to feature in that first week and got a bit of a taste last week, but I'm sure he must be looking forward to getting a start. He was a pretty promising player for you last season.
Yeah, Sam has done well whilst he's played in that role. Sam has done some terrific stuff, and for us, look, we need to have that depth in the squad. Depth is important. The starting 11 just don't win you the game. The players that come on change the game, but also the players that you have when you're training are very important to push each other. to get the best out of each other. So, you know, every player needs to know there's a player behind them. If you're not performing well, the next player is going to step in.
Are we going to see a camera following you for the A-League's All Access at some stage of the season?
I don't know. I haven't had any confirmation from Brenton at the moment. So yeah, possibly. Not too sure.
No, all good. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I think they'll get some good content.
You can go full Charlie Austin in the dressing room.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe on the sideline, but not to my players. No.
All right, we'll stop